Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Shivam Kumar Bhatnagar. Today I will discuss the type of testing in detail. There are many types of testing available in the industry, so in this video, I am discussing unit testing. So I move to the introduction part. Introduction of unit testing. Unit testing is a fundamental practice in software testing that focuses on testing individual components or units of software in isolation. The goal of unit testing is to ensure that each unit of the software works as intended and to catch any defects or errors at an early stage of development. The purpose of unit testing is to validate that each unit of the software works as intended and meets the requirements. It is typically performed by developers, and it is performed early in the development process before the code is integrated and tested as a whole system. Unit tests are automated and are run each time the code is changed to ensure that new code does not break existing functionality. Unit tests are designed to validate the smallest possible unit of code, such as a function or a method, and test it in isolation from the rest of the system. This allows developers to quickly identify and fix any issues early in the development process, improving the overall quality of the software and reducing the time required for later testing. It is typically performed by the developer. In SDLC or V model, unit testing is the first level of testing done before integration testing. Unit testing is a type of testing technique that is usually performed by developers. Although due to the reluctance of developers to test, quality assurance engineers also do unit testing. Here are the key details of unit testing in the software testing process. Definition of a unit. A unit refers to the smallest testable part of a software application, typically a function, method, or procedure. It should be isolated from the rest of the application and tested independently. Test cases creation. Unit tests are written as test cases that provide inputs to the unit and verify its outputs against expected results. Test cases cover various scenarios, including normal inputs, edge cases, and error conditions. Isolation. Unit tests are designed to be isolated from external dependencies such as databases, web services, and other modules. Dependencies are often replaced with mock objects or stubs to control their behavior during testing. Automated testing. Unit tests are typically automated to ensure consistency and efficiency. Automated testing frameworks, libraries, and tools provide the infrastructure to run tests automatically and report results. Test frameworks. Programming languages have various unit testing frameworks, such as JUnit for Java, NUnit for .NET, ptest for Python, and many others. These frameworks provide structures and utilities for writing and executing unit tests. Red-green refactor cycle. Unit testing often follows a cycle known as the red-green refactor cycle. This cycle involves writing a failing test, red, implementing the code to make the test pass, green, and then refining the code without changing its behavior, refactor. Assertions. Unit tests use assertions to compare the actual output of the unit with the expected output. If the assertion fails, it indicates that there's an issue with the unit's behavior. Code coverage. Code coverage measures the percentage of code that is exercised by unit tests. While high coverage doesn't guarantee the absence of defects, it can provide an indication of how thoroughly the code is tested. Continuous integration, CI. Unit tests play a crucial role in CI pipelines. Developers often run unit tests automatically whenever they commit code to a shared repository. If tests fail, the CI system can prevent faulty code from being integrated into the main codebase. Regression testing. As a software project evolves, unit tests help in maintaining the existing functionality. When changes are made, developers can rerun unit tests to quickly identify if any existing functionality has been inadvertently broken. Debugging. Unit tests can act as a diagnostic tool during debugging. If a unit test fails, it provides a specific location where the problem might be, allowing developers to narrow down their search for issues. Documentation. Well-written unit tests serve as living documentation for how a unit of code is expected to behave. Developers can understand the unit's purpose and intended use by examining its associated tests. Unit testing is a crucial part of the software development process, as it contributes to the creation of reliable, maintainable, and high-quality code. By catching defects early and providing rapid feedback, unit tests enhance the overall software testing process. Objective of unit testing. The objective of unit testing is to isolate a section of code, to verify the correctness of the code, to test every function and procedure, to fix bugs early in the development cycle and to save costs, to help the developers understand the code base and enable them to make changes quickly, to help with code reuse. Types of unit testing. There are two types of unit testing, manual and automated. Unit testing techniques. There are three types of unit testing techniques. Black box testing. This testing technique is used in covering the unit tests for input, user interface, and output parts. White box testing. This technique is used in testing the functional behavior of the system by giving the input and checking the functionality output, including the internal design structure and code of the modules. Gray box testing. This technique is used in executing the relevant test cases, test methods, and test functions, and analyzing the code performance for the modules. Unit testing tools. Here are some commonly used unit testing tools. JTest, JUnit, NUnit, Emma, PHP Unit. Advantages of unit testing. Unit testing allows developers to learn what functionality is provided by a unit and how to use it to gain a basic understanding of the unit API. Unit testing allows the programmer to refine code and make sure the module works properly. Unit testing enables testing parts of the project without waiting for others to be completed. Early detection of issues. Unit testing allows developers to detect and fix issues early in the development process before they become larger and more difficult to fix. Improved code quality. Unit testing helps to ensure that each unit of code works as intended and meets the requirements, improving the overall quality of the software. Disadvantages of unit testing. The process is time-consuming for writing the unit test cases. Unit testing will not cover all the errors in the module because there is a chance of having errors in the modules while doing integration testing. Unit testing is not efficient for checking the errors in the UI, user interface, part of the module. It requires more time for maintenance when the source code is changed frequently. It cannot cover the non-functional testing parameters such as scalability, the performance of the system, etc. Unit testing facts. Smallest testable units. Unit testing focuses on testing the smallest testable parts of a software application, such as individual functions, methods, or procedures. Isolation from dependencies. Unit tests are designed to be isolated from external dependencies. Mock objects or stubs are often used to simulate the behavior of dependencies. Automated execution. Unit tests are automated and run through test frameworks. This automation ensures that tests are consistently executed and can be run frequently during development. Immediate feedback. Unit tests provide immediate feedback to developers about the correctness of their code changes. This helps catch and fix bugs early in the development process. Red-green refactor cycle. The unit testing process often follows the red-green refactor cycle. Initially, a failing test, red, is written, then the code is implemented to pass the test, green, and finally, the code is refactored while keeping the test passing, refactor. Assertions. Unit tests use assertions to compare expected outcomes with actual outcomes. If the assertion fails, it indicates a problem with the unit being tested. Regression testing. Unit tests play a crucial role in regression testing by ensuring that new code changes do not inadvertently break existing functionality. Code coverage. Code coverage measures the extent to which the code is tested by unit tests. It provides insights into areas of code that might need additional testing. Continuous integration, CI. Unit tests are integrated into continuous integration, CI, pipelines. Developers run unit tests automatically whenever they commit code changes to detect integration issues early. Documentation. Well-written unit tests serve as documentation for how code is expected to work. Developers can understand a unit's purpose by studying its associated tests. White box testing. Unit testing often involves white box testing, where the tester has knowledge of the internal structure and logic of the code. Tool ecosystem. There are numerous unit testing frameworks and libraries available for different programming languages, such as JUnit, NUnit, ptest, and more. Parallel execution. Some unit testing frameworks support parallel execution of tests, which can significantly speed up the testing process. Performance impact. While unit testing is essential, excessive unit tests or poorly designed tests can lead to performance issues during development. Not a guarantee of bug-free code. Passing unit tests does not guarantee the absence of bugs, as they focus on specific units of code. Integration and system testing are also necessary to uncover broader issues. Maintainability. Unit tests contribute to code maintainability by catching defects early and providing a safety net when refactoring or making changes. Behavior validation. Unit tests validate the expected behavior of individual units, ensuring that they perform their designated tasks correctly. Developer collaboration. Unit tests can aid collaboration among developers, as they provide a common understanding of how different parts of the code should behave. These facts underscore the significance of unit testing in software development and its role in producing reliable and high-quality software. Please subscribe to my channel and click on notification bell icon. Thanks for watching.